I have seen humility, I have seen honor, and I've seen love for the next generation. Join me again. Celebrate Dr. Linus Okoro, MFI. And this is like the 6th time we're talking together on the same platform in the last 7 months. So it looks as if I'm growing. How many of you here have jobs? You work in a corporate setting. There are few. Please raise your hand above your head. There are few. Okay. If I have my way, that's not what I'll be talking about. But I don't have my way. There are few, because most of you don't even want to have jobs anymore. Most of you don't want to have jobs, and that's the truth. The way the world is going, young people no longer want to work conventional jobs. I worked for 10 years, 9 to 5. I used to dress like my boss to go to work. It's compulsory you wear a suit. And for 10 years, before I decided to do what I'm doing today. And but if you look at the days that are ahead of us, you find out that their job will no longer be job like it used to be. And because of that, a lot has changed. But there are certain things that won't change. And you must begin to prepare yourself so you can always win when life comes your way. So first things first, when we talk about thriving in the corporate world, we're just talking about you winning in your career. I know motivational speakers like me have told you you can't be rich with a salary. I know motivational speakers have told you many times that you can't work for somebody and become whatever you are planning to become. I'm a motivational speaker and I don't agree fully, because I worked for 10 years and I rose very well. I became very successful in cash, in kind, before I ventured into other things, before I owned a small business, before I decided to go into leadership, speaking, and all those stuff. You see, success is not really because about how much money you have made. Success is not really how many people follow you online. Many times the people that follow you online don't really care about you. And some of them follow you because they are bored. You are the closest thing to what fits their eyes. And so success is not really about the fame. Success is not really about the money. Success is about the decisions you are making to see that anyone that comes in contact with you never lives the same. At 19, he made that decision. 19. That whoever comes in contact with him. I came in and I was listening to my younger brother speak, and he was talking about how will somebody come in contact with me and remain the same? How will somebody come in contact with my brand and want to live with a negative perspective or perception? And so success is about the things you are able to do in the lives of people. John Maxwell, in one of our sessions, said something. He said success is actually the discovery of purpose. 1. 2, the maximizing of whatever your potentials are. And 3, how do you deposit good seeds in the life of people? I made that to be my guide in the last 9 years as I came into the industry of public speaking, motivational, or personal development, whatever we say. So, but when we talk about thriving in career, I want you to know that not every one of us will own a business. Not every one of us is going to even own a skill per se. And let me encourage you, don't be pushed to be like everybody else. Uniqueness remains the only thing that your neighbor can beat you with. They can beat you with skill at any time, but they can't beat you in being you. So be yourself about every time. Want what you want. Have the courage to want what you want. Have the courage to go the way, the path you have chosen. So for you to succeed, because for you, the word thrive means success. To succeed, you have to have more than a skill. You must become a strategic thinker. I think it was January, I was speaking in a corporate retreat with Dr. Linus, and that was his topic, strategic thinking. For you to really succeed, whether in career, whether in skill, whether in marriage, whether in anything, you must be a strategic thinker. Simply means you must think long term. Imagine what he said. He wrote something at 19 that has to do with 10, 20, 30 years. When we talk strategy, we're talking about something that is crafted for a long term. Strategic thinking is important. Interpersonal skills are important. No matter how life turns, no matter how tech goes, how to relate with other people will remain a skill forever. When you are sick, robots can't do you any good. There was a king called David. When he was very, very sick, the only thing he remembered was he needed a young girl. So I don't want you to think about the young girl massaging him. I want you to just realize that there's going to be a point in your life, the only thing that matters is who, not what. And forgive me, I speak generally because my conversations have one goal: to make you a better person. I don't care if you make money or not. I really don't bother about that, because everybody's already teaching you how to make money. I don't want to come and teach you how that. Go and make money. Find who will teach you how to make money. Why? Because to be rich and foolish is a very bad combination. To be rich and stupid is a very useless combination. So you need interpersonal skills, and then you need how to adapt. Adaptability is a massive skill. The ability to adapt is the ability to anticipate that change is going to come. How are you going to handle change? How are you going to use change? How are you going to, if possible, manipulate change? When Buhari was going to be our president, we didn't see change the way we wanted it. And every time we talk change, we always assume it's possible, it's positive. And some of us, that change happened to us badly. So today I want to just share a few things with you. Thank you, sir. Please put your hands together again for Dr. Linus Okori. All right. So can I continue? All right. So I'll just share a few things for you that I have learned. I worked for 10 years before I resigned, 10 years straight. And what I saw in the corporate world, how it functioned, how you can thrive, how I lost a lot of battles, how I fought a lot of battles, and how I wished I did certain things differently. I would have been stronger, more powerful, more richer if I had played the game safer than I did. I was a stubborn person. I'm that kind of person that I'm very decisive. I know what I want. So number two, I'm not a pushover. You can't just wake up in the morning and not like yourself and transfer aggression to me. It won't work. You know, it won't work. I didn't send you to sleep where you slept. So it doesn't matter whether you are boss or not. You don't just wake up in the morning and carry your bitterness and dump on me. It won't work. I'm that kind of a person. So sometimes I'm not good to be a servant. I will be a bad servant. So I had to learn service the hard way. And I have served men for 30 years. 30 straight years. I've served the same men. I've never changed a mentor in my life. And the ones that were mentoring me were good enough for me. Yes, I've never changed mentors before. I've never changed spiritual father before. And my life turned out right. And one of the reasons why your life is looking confused because you have 64 mentors, 250 spiritual fathers. You are following 7 people that are thinking differently. You will be a chameleon. Some of you don't have you can't stand on something. Why? You will offend somebody because of who you are following. You follow too many people, for God's sake. You listen to too many people. You eat too many things. You drink too many things. And you want to stand out. How? When you are beginning to have pot belly at 16. I'm 48. Peradventure, you are wondering. I'm 48. I'll be 50 in 2 years. I'm looking fit and finer than some of you. And don't say it's because I have money. That has nothing to do with that. So we're going to I'll just share a few things with you, and I pray it helps you. Don't mind me, I'm tired. I've been speaking and traveling for the last 10 days. And I don't sleep early, and I had to leave Kaduna 6 a.m. So forgive me if my energy is not like the Elisha you watch on videos. This one is tired. But I'll still do something to make sense for you. 2006, I got my first job. It was going to pay me 35,000 naira, but it was the happiest day of my life. Because for the first time in my life, I was going to collect money that was not a gift, that was not sympathy, and was not charity. So I was the most happiest person in the company for that month. I was dressing well every time. I was just happy for 35K. And I knew it was all I needed to change my life. I know you need $1 billion. I needed that 35,000 to build my confidence. And I remember the first day they gave me that 35,000, I went into the toilet, I knelt down, I rolled twice because the toilet was clean. It's not your kind of toilet. The toilet was clean. My office was in Victoria Island in Lagos. I rolled, I came, I knelt down, I lifted my 2 hands. I'm a Christian, by the way, so I'm a person of faith. I lifted my 2 hands and I said, Lord, thank you. I can never be poor again. 2006. This is 20-something, 19 years later, I have tried. I think I have everything every young man at my time should want before he retires. And I retired at 38. I resigned at 38 to do these things I'm doing today. But certain things happened. Number one, when I entered the corporate world, the first thing I should know was that I did not know, like many young people do not know, that the corporate setting is just a relationship. Many of you see it as a job. It's a relationship. So when we talk about you working in an organization, the first thing that must break your head, that must become the code you must decode, is that you don't have a job. You have a relationship. And that's where we miss it. That's why you can be in a job for 10 years and are not promoted. And then somebody comes behind you and he goes forward. Why? It's a relationship. He knows who promotes. Because corporate settings have politics. Corporate settings have policies. Corporate settings have power play. If you back the wrong horse, you will regret it for the rest of your life. You must know that. So the first thing you must understand if you're in the corporate setting is that it is a mix of relationships. That's all it is. First relationship, servant and master. know who the master is. And most times the master is not the CEO. Because if you work in a bank in Abuja, the CEO is not your master. He does not know you exist. Your name is in a file that he does not look at. He doesn't know. So you must, in that relationship, you must know who the master is. That relationship will help you begin to understand the remaining codes that you will need to decode. There are 4 things I want to tell you before I go ahead and tell you simple ABCs of this thing. Number 1 is that every relationship must be defined. Now you have defined, she's my boss. The moment you define a relationship, she is the boss, I am the staff, disposition changes. Why? Because position determines disposition. Are you hearing me at all? Yes, sir. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did I say? Now, this is the position. Boss, staff. Go. What I did was I defined who is above and who is beneath. Disposition now is how do I relate to her. That's what disposition means. Position is simply what she was given to use to control me. But my disposition now is how am I going to relate with her. Does that make sense? So you define positions. It defines dispositions. Number 2, every relationship has rules. Every relationship have rules. Now, if you're in a marital relationship, there are rules. If you're in an organizational relationship, there are rules. The rules in marriage does not work in office. Does that make sense? And if you are married at home and your wife is not in your office, you can't make your secretary your wife. Does that make sense? These are rules. Some are unspoken. For example, you walk into somebody's house. You don't choose your seats. I hope you know that. If you do, you are foolish. You don't sit down in front of people that are bigger than you when you enter their house. You stand until they offer you seats. And if they forget to offer you seats, keep standing. Besides, it's not your house. Some of you just enter. Thank you so much, my mentor. It's so good to see you. Just sit down with your head like a mueba. Some of you do not know that not every great man is bold enough to scold you. Some are not bold to scold you because they don't want to kill your morale. So what do? They withhold access from you. And I rather you scold me than withhold access to me. Why? Because scolding corrects me, but access simply means I'm not going to enter the same space again. And that simply means opportunity lost, time lost, privileges are gone. There are rules, they are unspoken. I've served my boss for like 30 years. When I still enter his house, I still behave the same way. I've lived with him. But when I enter his house, I still behave the same way. Because it's common sense for me. So there are unspoken rules. So the relationships. Now, I'm trying to talk about relationship. Is that? Because I said corporate setting is a relationship. So, define it. When you define it, do what? You define position, it determines disposition. The next thing, it has rules. Know the rules, whether it's written or unwritten. If you work in a corporate setting, 70% of your rules are written. That's a true organization. What you should do is written. What you shouldn't do is written. So, I'll leave it at that and I'll continue. I'm supposed to tell you 4 things, but 2 is okay for today. Because your head is looking full. Your eyes are looking heavy. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do is, we'll just follow A, B, C, D. Wherever I stop, please, my time. Please. I don't want to disobey you. I do disobey people, but I don't want to disobey you. So just, once I'm 10 minutes, just tell me. Thank you. I like your haircut. But my wife has more hair than you. They both have cut their hair, but this one went a little, but it makes her fine. Then she has my kind of hair. The first thing I want to talk about is awareness. If you can read the slide, that's fine for you. If you want me to dash you, I'll dash you. I don't have a problem with that. Awareness. Knowledge and understanding of something that is happening and existing. When you get a job, when you are working in any place, you need to always live in awareness. You need to know what is always happening per time. You need to know what exists and what doesn't exist where you work. You need to know, I was training somewhere and everybody was looking happy and solid. And I asked, sorry, can anybody just stand up and quote the vision of the company? Nobody stood up. And suddenly it dawned on them that every time they talk about the vision, they go and read it. Do you get? None of them has adopted it. And that was when it even dawned on the owner of the company that very foolish people were working for him. It didn't dawn on him before. It was just a question. How many of you here know the mission, the vision, and the core values of this organization as it is written at the entrance? I saw it for the first time when I was entering, and I read, somebody was there for 12 years. He's trying to bring phone to Google his company. And you want to succeed in that same space that you do not know where they are going. Why did you join them? That you do not know what they represent. Why do you join them? Why join a group of relationship that does not represent your personal values? Why would you like to lose yourself because you're going to earn more? Be aware. To be aware of culture. Culture is the way they do things. This thing is on life, so I cannot be talking about the company I came from. But I would have loved to tell you. I would have loved to tell you how they used to do things. Every organization has a culture. Some of the cultures are not written. But you know, this is how they do things. You know how they do things in Nigeria now, don't you? Don't you? How do they do things in Nigeria? How do they do things in Nigeria when you are powerful? How do you enter the bank in Nigeria when you have 1 million? Do you like to join the queue? I was traveling from the US, coming to Nigeria, and then I met a popular Nigerian minister, and I was shocked all of us joined queue. And I was trying to tell somebody, I said, that's a minister in our country. And he was even in first class. That's a minister in our country. You people should just allow him do what? Even he is intelligent enough to know he's not in Nigeria. Because the air hostess that is 21-year-old will look at him and say, sir, please, you're in a, come shift back. Shift. She will still shift. And the girl will be smiling. That's what annoys me with white people. They are harsh and smiling. So he stood and I was telling my friend, I said, hey, Nigeria now, how will he pass? And before I said, Keke, we entered the plane. By the time we landed in Nigeria, my fear I didn't waste time. It happened. As he landed at the bottom of the plane, protocol was picking him from there. And that was how he was passing. He was just going like spirit. Ta, 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 ta. I told someone, I said, can we just follow him? In this place, who has money has freedom. In this part of the world, you don't have to be sensible. You just need to have money, and we will all respect you. That's why some of you, your role models are thieves online. When you found out that they were a thief, you didn't unfollow them. You are still following them because you are a thief in making. How would you know that somebody is a fraud? He is still somebody you want. What are you learning? Sorry. If I've offended you, sorry. Culture. How many of you know there are families that they eat only on the dining table? Have you met them? Yes. I love such families. Unfortunately, mine is not like that. So one day I asked my wife and my children, why do we have a dining table? I have been owning houses for a very long time. I have always had a dining table because when we were small, we didn't have one. I don't have dining table in my house because I need it. I have it because I want to just clear myself that we have dining table. I have never eaten on one. So we have a culture of not eating on the table. You will serve food, everybody will carry the food and just disappear. It's paining me. It's paining me. But I'm the number one. That your food is ready. I say, bring it upstairs. I'm watching TV. Bring it upstairs. Then my son will carry his own, put it on the bed, cross his leg and beat it on the bed. You know, somebody will pass outside my house and say, this house is so beautiful. They must be cultured inside. We are very uncultured inside. You know what culture means? It's not how you dress. It's just simply the repetition of actions. How you do things consistently. And that's a winning strategy for anybody, anytime. Why? Because how you do things repeatedly is going to be the foundation of every possibility in your life. Tell your friend, culture. You have to know how it works. Because if you go to an organization that have a culture, if you go contrary to that culture, you won't last. Even if you are doing the right thing, you are going to be threat. You are going to be a threat to already a powerful structure. So please know how it works. I didn't say do wrong. I said just know how they do their things. Because if you know how something works, you can avoid it. True of us. And you can manage it. Does that make sense? Then I said power structure. Then I said politics. When I was working, there was a very powerful person that is not the number one in my company. And that guy, if you are on his side, you have a future. If you are not on his side, you truly do not have a future. It has happened like that for the last 20 years. If you are on his side and you commit a crime, it will be explained. If you are not on his side and you commit a crime, you must be punished. You must be punished. You cannot escape punishment. And I was not on his side. You know what? I was not on his side? Because I was on the side of the owner of the company. And I forgot that the owner of the company is not in the company. He owns the company. So when it was time to deal with me, The owner can only. So I was still working, but very sad. It was 2 years ago that I told myself, Elisha, you were not wise. If I had known, I would have been on the two sides. Are you not here? Is there any brother here that likes you to walk on raise up your right hand? Yes, you're like me. Man, Real Madrid. Now man, you is baby. I'm Real Madrid. That's how I do it. I cannot choose one thing and suffer, so I have to stay on the two sides. Like Real Madrid, Manchester United, and they're useless currently. Currently, they're useless. So I don't care about them. They can go to hell. I'll be managing Real Madrid for now, you know, like that. And then last week I joined PSG. As they just won the Champions League, I just followed them. I don't want to have had. Because these people we call our role models, they don't used to behave normal. In the morning they are doing well, in the afternoon they are doing badly. They just our BP will just and that's how our lives are. Tell your neighbor power. It's a power structure, and not everybody that seemingly is on top is actually powerful. So know who is powerful. They say I should give you code because I don't know how to teach you how to work in your office. Then there's office politics. There's how and what should be done for how. But let's leave that. Number 2, build relationships. Jump number 2. Build relationships. In every organization, you are supposed to have a mentor in your organization. You are supposed to. Don't work in a place and somebody in that place is not nurturing you in that place. Find a mentor in that setting. It will protect you, it will preserve you, and it will prolong you. Find a mentor in the space that you are. I was fortunate the owner of the company was my mentor. So it was easy for me to know what makes him happy, what makes him sad. It was easy for me to know the kind of thing that annoys him. Why? Because I am extremely close. So when he is upset about what Cynthia did and he's talking, I'm hearing. Because I'm privileged. I travel with him. He can just wake up in the morning and just, Elisha, let's go. And we'll just travel. I don't need to write appointment. I don't need to do anything because the person above me knows who took me away. So I get to hear. So I get to know this is how this person behaves. How my boss does like this. Then I adjust. So I was successful because I had a relationship that was able to tell me what is wrong and what is right. Build relationship. Find mentors. You know, mentors are advocates. They speak for you where you can't speak for yourself. And if you don't have someone like the woman who gave him a signature for free, if you don't have somebody that can enter a room and talk about you, you don't have anybody in life. You don't have anybody in life. Because the best things that will happen to your life, even in career, or with your skill, is going to be the product of what somebody powerful said about you. Please find mentors. There are 4 relationships you need. 1, mentors. We call them advocates. Advocates. If you read the Bible very well, you hear they said in 1 John chapter 2, I'm a Christian. If you're not a Christian, sorry for that, but I don't mean to upset you. I just want to pass a message about the meaning of an advocate. He said, little children, I write to you that you should not sin, but if you sin, you have an an advocate with the Father, it simply means we don't like you to be doing wrong things, but in case you do a wrong thing, there's somebody that's going to stand for you. Now, advocates are not people who only stand for you when you are the good boy. They can stand for you when you err. You need men and women like that in your life. Advocates. They can advocate for you. They can advocate mercy for you. They can advocate favor for you. January 2024, I got a call from my mentor and he said, come to Abuja. So I came. You are going to represent me in a conference. They told me to speak in a retreat for a big company and I don't know what to say. So go and talk to them. Sure, you say you like to talk. I said, I don't like to talk. I talk for a living. He said, okay, go and tell them whatever you want to tell them. I said, but it's you they invited. He said, well, this is the topic. Go and prepare the document and talk to them. And I did. And I went to the place. What he was doing was putting me in a room that will facilitate my tomorrow. I did not know. So I didn't sleep. My PA was with me. I googled till 2 a.m. I studied the company. That was the first time I heard the company. And I was speaking the next day in the morning. What even annoyed me is that when I got to the place, I saw Joshua Selma. I said, tap! 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 What looks like a good thing has become a bad thing. Who is putting me and this man on the same stage? Doesn't the person have sympathy for my future? I told him, I said, can I join that class? I went to join the other class first because it was a service to receive anointing for my own safety. But you know, as we entered the boardroom, as Joshua Selman was standing with the chairman and they were talking, and then I came as the next speaker, so I was permitted in that space. So I came and he turned, Elisha. The man turned, you know Elisha? I said, of course. Who is in Kaduna that doesn't know Elisha? He's doing a great work in Kaduna. You see, my rep just changed. Woo! Suddenly I adjusted my suit. You know, I stopped wearing suit to speak last year. So I just buttoned up. Just mandala shake. Bad guy. I was standing like this before. As per the small boy in the room, suddenly they say I'm doing great things. I'll look for the picture and show you. That was a relationship I have. That room was very small. I have become the most permanent speaker in that company in the last 2 years. Most permanent. Actually, I decide who speak. Yes, if they are doing training, they send it to me. If I don't like you, I can remove your name. And if I remove your name, it's removed far. And I can make sure it's removed forever. No, I'm not an advocate now. Somebody advocated. I'm just trying to tell you that, you see, sometimes when you enter some rooms, it's not because you are skillful. There was a whisper somewhere by someone you did right by, someone you set right. And you know, I don't charge that company. As big as the company is, I don't collect money. I am sowing a seed also. That man too has to speak for me. So they say you need 4 people to land in the biggest breakthrough of your life. You don't understand. It's a game all of us are playing. No, this world is a game. Oh, be sitting there. This world is a game. We are all playing a game. Learn to play a game. It's a game we are all playing. Know who to suck up to. Know who to stand up to. Know who to stand for, and know when to do as if you don't exist. It's a game. This whole world is a corporate body. If you don't win in your office, at least win in the larger world. Find mentors. I can't stress that too much. So they call them advocates. Number two, we call allies. Allies are people in your level. I heard this lady for the first time, but I can tell she's a smart girl. So I'd like to know what she does after now. I know a clique that I'm always seeing Val around. I know a clique I'm always seeing. In short, when there are some of you that when you do program, you feature yourselves too much. What that means is that you are allies. You are about the same level. You are about the same age. You are about passionate about the same things. You are allies. Learn to be there for one another. Allies are people that are interested in what you are doing and they want to make it work for you. Number three, acquaintance. Acquaintance are people you know, but they don't give a damn about you. But you know them. They don't care if you go up. They don't care if you come down. They don't care if you fail. They don't care if you win. They all just want to say, what's your name? She just said, Naya. The Ifuna is long. I married an Igbo woman, don't mind me. So, they will say, Naya. I know her. That's all. All they can ever do for you that is positive is what they know. That's all. They can't push. They can't even post your program on their page. It's a taboo. Of course, I don't post everybody's program on my page. Why should I? Does my face look like market? No. But if Val sends me, Val didn't even send me. It was on his page. I saw something he was doing. I said, send it to me. Let me send it to my community. I'm the one that goes to catch it. I said, what are you doing? What's that program? What book is that? You wrote it. Send it. And I said to my community, I'm the one that go and talk about it. I'm the one that will write about it. There was a conference. I saw her. She didn't know I was the one that put her name. It didn't matter. She's just heading today. She doesn't even know the conference. It doesn't even matter. But I know that's the conference that they gave her better honorarium than everyone in the whole of last year. I know. Why? Because the people preparing for the people hosting, the people doing the coordinator. One is the main person is my boy. I be my daughter. And she called me, sir, who can do spoken words? I say, you the ass. Write Catherine's name. I was thinking about it. I said, don't think, write. And put it on the flyer and go. I'm an advocate for her. I can do that as much as I want. But an ally is two of you. An ally is those of you that are together. Acquaintance, they are just your neighbors. And lastly, adversaries. You need enemies. Don't kill all of them. Tell your neighbor, I need enemies. You need enemies. Please don't kill all of them. You know, some of you, your weapons of warfare are carnal. And they are not mighty through God. You know how to use your wickedness to. Don't kill all your enemies. You need them. Some of them will have to pay your transport into your destiny. Some of them will have to do you wicked out of where you are comfort into where you will be blessed. Enemies are not all bad. Joseph's brothers were not bad. They were vehicles. Even enemies are vehicles. Just like allies are vehicles. Just like adversaries all are vehicles. I just shared that with you to put at the back of your mind. Build relationships and build it across these forms. And know who is who. Don't go and be doing ally with your advocate. Don't go and be doing ally with your advocate. No. I have allies. I pay Harrison. I pick my phone. Hello, where are you? I have a conference next tomorrow. Where are you? So I'm in Abuja. I just traveled to Makurdi. But are you sure the conference will hold? All I need to say is yes. All I need to say is yes, it will hold next tomorrow. And next tomorrow, 10 a.m., he will walk into the hall. He will fly. He will drive from wherever. Because we're allies. Why? There is a commitment to one another. I will be there to see you win. There's a commitment. Am I making sense at all?
Yes, sir.
Am I helping you?
Yes, sir.
You don't have work, you can use it in life. You can use it at home. I speak in a general context. Lastly, be a team player. Good. Be a team player. A team player is someone who does not consider himself God over others. A team player is someone who recognizes the contributions of others in the attainment of goals. A team player is the one who knows that he may be very good, but he's at the best with the help of others. Be a team player. Be a team player. Connect across departments if you have an office. If you don't work in a company, connect across industries. Connect. Number 3, quickly. Communicate effectively. I won't say too much here so that you can go and join his class. He's a very good communicator. Amongst the young people I admire in the country today, Valokafo is one of the people I like very much for what he does and his skill. Communicate effectively. How many of you know that the ability to speak is an asset? I beg you with God, learn how to speak. Talents needs to be communicated, to be paid for. Skills must be communicated. Communication is not just public speaking. It's the ability to make presentations. It's the ability to share thoughts. It's the ability to share ideas that are clear and understandable. I got a lecturing job because I presented, even though I turned it down. I don't want to be a lecturer. It's not the first time, it's not the second time. Just a presentation. I've gotten training for a company because of the way I prepared, arranged my slide. And the man went to Harvard. I said, I like the way you arrange your slide. You know, every point was just following. Let me even do the slide, Seth. Nah, person do the slide. I just send message. You know, unfortunately for some of you, I don't study to speak. I don't study to speak. I study for my use. So I speak when the opportunity arises. You can't tell me to come and speak today and I'll start hustling. I don't do that. I sleep my normal sleep, eat my normal food, do it. I prepare this like this morning. Today like this, inside train. I just told myself, now arrange all your thoughts. That's all. But you know, some of you are going to speak tomorrow, then you stop doing that. Your speech will not be your life, and your life won't be your speech. And if there's a disagreement between your life and your speech, it won't be too long. We will know that you're a classroom teacher. It will pay you. I prepare slides when I'm not invited. In my slow moments in public speaking, when money is not flowing and I'm not traveling, I'm preparing slides. Sometimes I'll prepare 20, 30 and I'll keep them. I'm preparing for the rainy day and I anticipate topic. Somebody will come and say, sir, how can I get workers that I can trust? I'll go and build style on building trust. That's me. I do a lot of trainings internationally. So I get a lot of international curriculum, global standard. That's another thing when you pay good money to go to a training. Not 6K on Udemy. Is it not true? How do you go through a course that every module is 3 minutes? What did they tell you in 3 minutes? Can I greet you in 3 minutes fully and you appreciate the greeting? Let's be true. Let's be honest to ourselves now. You want to empower yourself, do the Udemy, do like 600 of the same subject. 600 of the same subject. You will gain clarity. But one day, wake up, take your 200K, 300K, pay for a proper institute. You will see, you will know you are in a classroom. Sorry if I've offended you. Tailor your messages. Listen clearly. She gave me 10 minutes, so I'm done. Next slide. I'll stop at number 4. I learned a long time ago that there's no rule that says you must finish your slide. There's no law. There's no law that says your slide must be finished or your sermon must be finished. There's no law like that. Number 4. Leave number 5. Read only number 4, everybody. Did you guys go to school? Read number 4. Can I take 2 minutes to explain that? I can use my voice, so my voice is very. I was born poor. My mother used to call us from the parlor when we were in the backyard. If they shout your name, when you reply, you reply with a shout. We're not like you say, if na, yes, mom. We don't do that in my house. We don't do that. Elisha! That's how. Mama! So everybody in my family is a public speaker, even when they are not speaking publicly. Who is blending? Who follows what I'm saying? I am. So we are poor here, man. That's why our story is going to be fantastic. Quickly, there is nothing that sets men apart like delivering of results. If you have the ability to consistently deliver results where you work, to whom you serve, you will never be at a disadvantage. I'll tell you a story of 2008, the last year of my bachelorhood. Somebody say, eh? I was small that time. You don't know that my marriage is as old as some of you. I've been married for 17 years. Now, deliver result consistently. One day, I heard my boss very upset upstairs. He was very angry. Remember I said relation. So because I have a relationship with him, it was different from me than a staff. So I went to him and said, what happened? And you know, if you have a relationship, they will tell you, huh? So he was angry. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I even paying all of you? I said, including me. I'm not inside though. I'm talking to you. You can be talking to them. I'm not. What kind of talk is that? I came to feel your pulse. You are supposed to be saying, I don't know what's wrong with them. You know, I don't know with all of you. But at least I know I'm part of. there. I can't get the job. You guys cannot get the documents right. He was just talking. As he was talking, I was seeing his pain. But I was doing something. I was identifying what is paining him. And that day, I knew the only thing, if I start doing, I will change my finance and I will change my relationship with my boss. And one day, I got promoted. I was a national coordinator for the federal government distribution many years ago, 2008, in the country. And I was going to go around the country. And I won't say this on video. The way Nigeria works is that money works for everything. So as a result of that, I require money to get everything I needed to work. So, one day, after achieving a feat that nobody has done in accumulating documents, my boss now called me and said, Elisha, I'm bothered. What can I do for you to be able to do that thing faster? I said, money, nothing else. Money. So, per location, what do you want? I say it depends on states. There are states that all of them like money, including their demons. If you pay their demon, they will not attack you in the night. You give me more. So he started giving me. The first place he gave me was 2 million. I won't call the state because somebody even mentioned that it's from the state here before I entered trouble. So I went to the state. They gave me 2 million, but I spent 250,000 to solve the problem because I met a woman. Somebody say woman. You are waiting for gossip. Nothing happened. I met a woman. It's easier to convince a woman than a man. That's what I meant. Can't you see me all about what? I want to hear gist. Shaidan. Don't tell me that they look for failures. Men will like women. I know the inside. So the change is now 1.750. Now let me ask you, if they give you 2 million to solve a problem and you solve it 250, will you return the change? If now, tell me. It doesn't depend. Tell me your mind. Say, what doesn't depend? Depend what? Is it that it depend on the day you solve the problem or it depend on the week? Answer.
It depends.
It depends. You keep your dependence. What would you do?
I would return the parts for not.
Why are you stealing halfway? What will you do?
That's when you calculate your work, your time. What
will you do with 1.750?
I will not return it because
we are thieves together. All right, listen to me. What he asked was a question. What do you need? I said I need 2 million. I cannot return the change. I need 2 million to solve this problem. How I solve the problem? What if I solve it with 2.4? What if I solve the problem with 2.4? You will not give me 400. Why will I give you 1.7? Do you think he didn't know that I'm not using all the money? He knows. His problem is bigger than the change. Yeah. Oh, you didn't catch it. His problem is bigger than the change. As long as I'm solving the problem, the change is not in question. He never asked me. My boss is very intelligent. He know when you do wrong, he tells you. He will carry inside his private jet, then he will tell you inside. In case you want to fly out. He doesn't talk to you on the ground. He talks to you here. So in case you say, I don't like what you're saying, you say, get out. I successfully made all of you laugh at the same time. My speech is successful tonight. Thank you.